Well, now that social distancing has lifted some of our restrictions and we're beginning to get together with friends and family again, if you're looking for a little help, then you might want to consider a new place called Say Cheese GR. Chelsea Thorne is the owner, and she's here to tell us a little bit more about the business that you opened during the pandemic. What was that like?
It was definitely risky. So how this all kind of came about is I make these boards for friends and family. I love to entertain. I love to keep people fed. I'm all about a pretty looking spread, have that ready on the table when people come through the door. So I always get compliments on the boards and stuff that I put out, but it's from friends and family. It's kind of like they're obligated to do that. But one night we were kind of sitting around the table and I was like, why don't I make this a thing? Like, this is so much fun for me. People love them. So I'm just going to go for it. So literally that next weekend, I launched on April 18th. And then following the next big holiday would be Mother's Day weekend. I did 30 boards that weekend. So
Wow.
it's
And
just
that's one of the
totally taken
boards that
off.
you have behind you, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I kind of prepped this morning. I'm going to try to show this off as much as I
Oh,
can.
that's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
What all do you have on there?
So I have an everything bagel cheddar on here. This beautiful purple cheese kind of off to the edge there is a blueberry vanilla goat. And then right here I have a couple of slices of chipotle Gouda.
Mm.
Then I have some prosciutto. There's some salami here over to the side there. Some fruits and my honey jar there with my cute little honey dipper. That's kind of like a signature on Say Cheeseboards. That's one of my favorite cute little touches to put on there. But this morning I had to crank out quite a few large plates to send off to a local business for their lunch. So kind of prep this a little bit in advance, but I usually do everything the day of.
And we want to make a special note too that when you are prepping, you're using a face mask and you're using gloves.
Yes. Yep, I actually have that here because this is the new world that we live in. So I'm always using my face mask there, and then I have some disposable gloves that I'll always change in and out of when I'm making an order.
How do you decide when you're ordering a cheese board, how much you need for the people that are going to be at your party?
So I have a size menu. Right now I have small, medium, and large. It's the feedback that I've received from my clients is that a small feed's about 2 to 3. Medium is probably 4 to 7, and a large is 8 to 10. And then I also have more of like a grazing table, they call them. I have a wedding planned in September, and it's just a full table full of the spread. So,
oh, wow. That's
yeah.
wonderful. Because I think people forget that charcuterie boards are really just for like small snacking where most of us really like to delve in because we like our cheese here, right?
Yes. Yes.
You've got some great tips on the different utensils you should make if you're trying to make these at home, like what you need to cut up your cheeses, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have my own little knife set here. There's a couple of different knives in here. This is going to be more for a harder cheese. This is a really good one for softer cheese because it has those holes right there, so you can actually easily press the cheese out of it without disrupting the piece that you slice. And this one I like as well for kind of semi-hard cheeses. Like I use this a lot for cheddar. But honestly, outside of the fancy cheese knives, I love this butcher knife that just comes in my knife set. I use this kind of for a little bit of everything. So.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I think it's wonderful that you've been able to, make this go of this during the pandemic. And so you offer delivery, right? So people would
Yes.
order online and then you would deliver. Is that how it works?
Yep, so I have my Instagram set up. The easiest way to order right now is through email. So if you go to my Instagram, it's at saycheesegr. There's an email button. It'll direct you right to contact saycheesegr@gmail.com. It's easiest for email, so I can keep everything in one place, and I can also reference back to orders. So when someone typically orders, I send out a questionnaire, which kind of gives me a feel for what someone likes and dislikes on a board. Also take note of any allergies or special requests. People will either send me special requests and I go out and get those for them, or they'll tell me what they like or what they don't like and just let me create a surprise for them, which is always fun.
Well, it has been great getting to know you, Chelsea. I'm so thrilled that your business is thriving during this time of pandemic when you launched it. If you would like
Thank you.
to learn more about Say Cheese GR, I've got links for you on 13onyourside.com.
Thank you.